Jananim Sharadam Devi Ramakrishnam Jagadgurum Padapadme Tayo Shritva Pranamami Muhurmuhu Namah Shri Yatirajaya Vivekananda Suraye Satchit Sukaswarupaya Swamine Tapaharine. Yeah. Dear devotees, if you remember, Swamiji has thanked the Raja of Ramnad, that is Bhaskar Setupati, for all his help. He also praised him for his advanced thinking, and he started explaining about India, Indian heritage, rich heritage. And he's also telling that we should be aware of our rich heritage and we should feel proud. So while discussing, he also discussed about our spirituality, which is the bedrock or the nerve current of our civilization. But having said, it should not be forced upon everyone. People have to take their steps from wherever they are there. They have to continue their journey. So we should also allow people to enjoy their life, merrymaking and little fun, little happiness, little pleasurable things. All these things we should allow. Then slowly, people will come to the highest spirituality. These things we discussed. And also, he also told very clearly there is a big difference between logic and westernization or scientific approach or scientific attitude and westernization. So whatever comes from the West, everything is scientific. We think it is not so. And they have got their own way of superstitions. Swamiji cleared it. Now, Swamiji is telling beautifully, interestingly, Swamiji indirectly he is mentioning here. I mean, it is a very subtle point, I know, but still, somewhere, some point of time when I was reading this particular lecture, I felt it. Swamiji is also allowing intercaste marriage. In this lecture, we feel that. And now, Swamiji is saying that if a woman is a jewel, well learned, or she's of good character and she's a well informed lady, then even if she comes from a lower family or lower caste, we should accept and we should listen to her. This is what Swamiji is telling. Now, where did Swamiji get this idea? Is this his own idea? No. Interestingly, Swamiji is quoting the Manu Samhita. I mean, he has not told the exact meaning. He has translated or he has paraphrased it. But the Manu Samhita, chapter 2, 238, 2.238, Swamiji is quoting. The Manu Samhita verse will be like this. Shraddadanaha Shubham Vidyam Adidita Varidapi Anyadapi Param Dharmaha Anyadapi Param Dharmam Striratnam Dushkuladapi Shraddadanaha Shubham Vidya Madidita Varadapi Anyadapi Param Dharmam Striratnam Dushkuladapi. The rough translation goes like this. One who has imbued with faith may acquire excellent learning, even from a lowly person. Special law, even from the lowest. And the gem of a wife, even from a base family. This is what the, rough translation. So Swamiji has beautifully has put in that way. So Manu Samhita chapter 2.238. So the overall understanding, what we should understand from here is, wherever we get good things, wherever we get a good point or a good, wisdom or a good learning from whomever so, either from the child or a grown up, or from lower strata or higher strata, or from educated or uneducated, so called. Whomever from, when we get a good point, right point, we should be open enough to learn. Oh, I'm a professor, or I belong to upper strata. I belong to aristocratic family. I'm a retired IAS officer. I'm a retired CEO. I know everything. So if you think this pride, unnecessary pride, it will stop our mind or it will close our mind from learning. So be open-minded to learn. That's what we can see from Avaduta's life. He learned from dog, he learned from crow, he learned from every nature, every part of the nature. That's what we can see even in the Swami Vivekananda's life and all the great people life. And next, Swamiji is telling Hindus, everything else must be subordinated to our national ideals. What is that national ideal? Tyaga and Vairagya, Seva. Service and renunciation is the twin ideals of our nation, as Swami just told. So all our progress has to be subordinated to this main ideal. Then only a country can be strong and can progress and be prosperous and etc. etc. And he says, each man has a mission in life, which is the result of all his infinite past karma. Each of you was born with a splendid heritage, which is the whole of the infinite past life of your glorious nation. So now why I have taken birth in India? Because of my Purva Janma Sukruta Phala. So this has been told in Bhagavata even. In Bhagavata, there was a discussion. The Devatas, they say that how the Indians, the Bharatiyas, are so fortunate people. Because knowingly or unknowingly, wantedly or unwantedly, likingly or unlikingly, they hear the Lord's name. They hear the highest thoughts. They hear the beautiful philosophy, Vedanta. Every Indian, whether they want or not, they are forced to listen. Especially there they speak of Harinama. So Swamiji is telling every one of us, we have got a mission in life. That means what? Because of our past karma. So this is a one more important point, which if you think philosophically, just I'll mention and go. I will not go to the details again otherwise. So Swami Vivekananda says very clearly, there is a will, there is no free will. Why? Now say for an example, I can do anything and everything. Because we are Atman, Swami Vivekananda says, science of infinite possibilities. Yes, that is true. But I don't desire anything and everything. For example, someone asks me, oh, would you like to be a financial advisor? He says, no. Why? It is not my cup of tea. Okay, fair enough. Okay, then why can't you become a celebrity? Or why don't you take a film industry? You can be a celebrity, Swamiji. Or did you think any time to become? If you ask me, I say no. Why? I didn't get that desire. Oh, Swamiji, there are so many people, hundreds and thousands of people are following film actors, etc. And they get money, they get power, they get fame, name, everything. Why can't you think of that? Fine. Yes, everything is available, no doubt, from this profession, maybe, but I am not interested or I am not inclined towards it. Now, why I am not inclined? Because of my past samskaras, past impressions. Now, why did I desire for to become a monk, even my young age or a very early age? Because of my past samskaras. The country or the area or the district or the place where I grow, there are so many people. There were many people, either male or female, were very good, and they were probably more prosperous, more intelligent, more religious, more they might have more purity of mind than me, etc., etc. But still, they didn't aspire for a spiritual life. Even if they aspired, they were not serious. Even if they thought, they didn't make a good attempt, because we had 8 to 9 good friends in our high school days. All of us, we thought that we'll become monks. Even I desired that we will become a group of monks. I did desire, but unfortunately, no. So finally, only three of us, we made an attempt. One fellow, 3 days, he got a headache and he left. The other fellow, he was for 1.5, 2 years, he was there and he left. Now also spiritual in nature, no doubt, but he couldn't lead a monastic life. Finally, among 8, 9 people who were really seriously thinking to become a monk, among them only one could become. With the Guru Maharaj's grace, no doubt. Now, why did it happen? Because of the Purva Samskaras. So why I was intense or whatever say, why it happened? Because of the Purva Samskaras. So whatever I do, yes, I can do best in my life. I can say, yes, it is true. But for that, there will be a framework. So what is that framework? My own mind, my own samskaras, my own impressions actually. In that framework only, I will be struggling actually. So in that framework, can I touch to the other extreme, to the farthest possibility? That's all we can think actually. So we have got a will, we don't have a free will. And Swamiji is telling, we have born with the splendid heritage. Such a glorious heritage, our country and our religion, our culture has been there. So, oh my dear, don't feel inferior about your own country. Even now I see here, when some Indians and all, when they speak, unfortunately, they speak of this small country so, with all gloriousness, and they undermine our own motherland. Oh, India is that, India is not this, etc., etc. They keep comparing and they think that India is not good and these present countries are good. So they forget about the glorious heritages because of the slavery mindset. Now, again, Swamiji is telling, have you read the proud declaration of the Manu regarding the Brahmin, where he says that the birth of Brahmin is for the protection of the treasury of religion? I should say that this is the mission not only of the Brahmin, but of every child, whether boy or girl, who is born in this blessed land for the protection of the treasury of religion. This is one more important point. Swamiji is giving a clarion call to all the Bharatiyas, to all the Indians, that we should protect our dharma, we should protect our culture. How to protect? By first and foremost, understanding and following, implementing in our life. That is the first and foremost. Otherwise, simply putting a WhatsApp status or a Facebook post and all, not enough. One, we have to understand and we have to put into practice first and foremost. Then we can preach, or then we can tell the people, or we can try to spread it. And he's telling that is, though in Manu Samhita it is told that it is the duty of every Brahmin, prime duty, but I say that it is not only Brahmin, every Bharatiya's duty. When I was reading this, I remembered, I tried to search Manu Samhita. More or less, roughly, I have got the relevant sloka, but I am not very sure whether Swamiji meant this particular verse only. But just for your understanding, I am telling you. Adhyapanam, the sloka is 10.75, Manu Samhita. Adhyapanam, adhyayanam, yajanam, yajanam, tatha. Adhyapanam, adhyayanam, yajanam, yajanam, tatha. Danam, pratigrahaschaiva, षट्कर्मणि अग्रजन्मनः. दानं प्रतिग्रहश्चैव षट्कर्मणि अग्रजन्मनः. Actually, the sloka is, it is a compound that I've broken and I've told so that it will be easy for you to take a notes. Adhyapanam, that is teaching. Adhyanam, study, Vedic study, our smrutis, shrutis, our text we have to study. Then, yajanam. Yajanam means one is performing sacrifice or sacrificing for oneself. That is performing the pancha yagnas, or performing the sacrifices, or performing the worship, etc. Yajana. Yajana means making others, helping others to perform sacrifices or worship. That is the one meaning. Other is Yajanam and Yajanam, the commentator says, sacrificing for oneself, for the betterment of oneself, and sacrificing for the betterment of others. Like mother does a lot of sacrifices. most of you all mothers, you do a lot of sacrifices for the family, for the children, for the husband, for the relatives, for the family. You do a lot of sacrifices. Similarly, even father. Yajanam. Tata as well. Danam. Danam means giving. Pratigrahaschaiva. And receiving the gift are the 6 functions for the firstborn. Firstborn means your Brahmana. Brahmana means not Jati Brahmana, he is a Guna Brahmana, we can say. Anyhow. So this was the nearby shloka, I got it. So probably there can be other shloka also, I didn't get it anyhow. And Swamiji is telling, so protecting the dharma by following and by preserving and all, this is our prime duty of every Indian, and all other duties are subservient to this duty. And if you do this, then only there can be harmony in the country, in the society. And he says that there may be a nation whose theme of life is political supremacy. Religion and everything else must be subordinate to that one great theme of its life. But here is another nation whose great theme of life is spirituality and renunciation, whose one watchword is that this word is all vanity and illusion of 3 days, and everything else, whether science or knowledge, enjoyment or powers, wealth, name or fame, must be subordinated to that one theme. The secret of a true Hindu's character lies in the subordinating of his knowledge of European sciences and learning, of his wealth, position, and name, to that one principal theme which is inborn in every Hindu child, the spirituality and the purity of the race. So Swami is telling very clearly, we should be open, we should learn things from Europeans, no doubt, maybe science, organization, skills, and other things, but all should be subservient to our culture, that is spirituality and renunciation. So imagine 125 years before, when we were ruled by Britishers. So at that given point of time, Swamiji is making this clarion call, such a bold statements is making. And also he gives a reason why I am telling this. Therefore, between these two, the case of the orthodox man, who has the whole of that life spring of the race, spirituality, and the other man, whose hands are full of Western imitation jewels, but has no hold on the life-giving principle, spirituality. Of these, I do not doubt that everyone here will agree that we should choose the first, the orthodox, because there is some hope in him. He has the national theme, something to hold to. So he will live, but the other will die. So what again, bold statement Swamiji is telling. So people are simply madly following, blindly following, imitating the Western religion, Western culture, Western thinking. And there are people who are traditional, maybe looks like they are backward, they are superstitious, and they are very orthodox. If so, among these two, whom you prefer if you ask? Swamiji is telling, I prefer orthodoxy people only, in spite of their limitations. Why? Because they're holding on to their current their life, their culture, their country. So we need not to be fanatic. We need not to hate others, other cultures and others. We can assimilate, but we should grow in our own way. This is one important thing every Indian has to learn. Now, I study sometimes, Ramakrishna Mission followers has been accused that you go to masjid, you go to church, and you try to follow Christmas Eve and all. Even recently, one of our Gujarat ashram had a lot of problems because of Christmas Eve celebrations. So there are hardcore Hindus who always attacks us. So that is also not right. And everything leaving our religion, our country, our culture, and simply blindly following other religion, other practices, the other extreme is there. That is also not right. So what should we do? We are Bharatiyas, no doubt. Wherever we are there, we are Bharatiyas. We should be proud of our culture, proud of our dharma, proud of our country. And let me assimilate good things from every country, from every culture. Simple example I will give. Now you sow a coconut sapling and mango sapling. Same land, same earth, same soil, same fertilizers you have given, and same amount of water and same sunlight even. But they grow in their own way. The mango tree, in 5 years you start getting everything. It grows in a big tree, and you will get even 3 years and all. You will start getting fruits and all. But coconut tree, it takes so slow growth actually. 5 years, 10 years, if you see, it will be very short actually. Why? Because the growth of coconut tree is very small. It assimilates all the things, but it grows in its own thing. It doesn't leave its swadharma. So that's how Swamiji is telling how every Indian should be there. So I need not to feel inferior about my religion, country, practices, or forefathers. I should be proud of it. At the same time, be open-minded and learn the best things from other cultures. Because in Middle Ages, to protect the country and religion, we closed our doors. We closed our doors. As a result, lot of unwanted thinking and this what you say, fanatism and untouchability and all these things creeped into our society as a social evils in the name of religion. That Sati Sahagamana, for example, or this Paniyamma. Paniyamma is what unfortunately in the southern part of India, northern part of India also different with, like shaving the heads and wearing the white sari, shaving the heads and wearing the red sari, and not going anywhere, not seeing anyone. All these social evils in the name of religion came all these practices. Why? Because there's a lot of invasions and women were taken, abducted and all. To protect, they said, oh, better woman, please don't come out so that people will see and they will kidnap you and all. It started with a good intention. Afterwards, it became a rule that a lady should not come out, they should be always behind the screen, and they should cover their faces, and especially when they're widows, means so their life was made miserable. And don't think that it was only in India, it was in foreign also. 150 years, my dear, in the either in the America or in the London or in the Germany or in the European countries, the life of a woman was miserable. So it was there everywhere. Even the lower caste people or lower strata people were handled very badly, even here. That's where French Revolution started. And Swamiji is telling very clearly, if this life principle is not disturbed either at the individual level or at the country level, then both will go well and development will happen. So all the development should happen like that. We should be, our life principle, primary principle should be intact, and all other developments should be intact. I mean, should be taken care. That's what Swamiji is telling very clear. And afterwards, he's giving a beautiful analogy also. Oh, my dear, don't think that it is my only understanding or it is my imagination or it is an hypothetical argument. Our life, our social system itself is showing that in the next para. Therefore, my friends, in that he brings the Gotra system. Now, in the other countries, they try to link their forefathers to some king, to some celebrity, or to some known people or whatever. That we also do, no doubt. But in generally, including kings, every one of us, we link ourselves to some Rishi. Oh, what Gotra you are from? Bharadwaja Gotra. That means I come from the Rishi called Bharadwaja. Oh, which Gotra you are? Vasishta Gotra. Oh, my lineage comes from Vasishta. Oh, which Gotra you are? Maitreyasa Gotra. I belong to Maitreyasa. Means Gotra means my forefather, my Karta or the owner or the beginner is what Maitreyasa Rishi. So across the India, all of us, we trace our link to some Rishis. And over these Rishis, most of them, they were living a simple living with a high thinking. They didn't have, most of them had money. They were living in the huts or the hermits or in the forest. Need not be, but most of them. And they were using just two pairs of clothes and eating roots and fruits and whatnot. And knowledge per se, for the knowledge and for the truth, they had dedicated their life. These are Rishis, and all our lineage and family source has been connected to the Rishis, and which is unique in the Sanatana Dharma in India. We don't see anywhere else. That itself shows, that itself proves that how much we have given importance to spirituality, renunciation. And afterwards, Swamiji explaining the beauty of the country, beauty of our Sanatana Dharma, our culture and all, he is giving the clarion call. Let us all work hard, my brethren. Just Bharat Mahan, Bharat Mahan. Simply keep on telling it is not of use. It is not much of use. then we should also work hard to uplift our country, to make our country better. This is no time for sleep. On our work depends the coming of the India of the future. She is there ready, waiting. So Indians should start thinking what I have given to my country. Unfortunately, we keep on speaking, we keep on thinking that what country has given to me. What I have given to my motherland, we don't think, unfortunately. She has given everything for us, but unfortunately, because of our laziness or because of the negative mindset, we keep on blaming our motherland, our forefathers, and we keep on demanding it. That's what we see in many of the times, even with our children. We take care of them so much, we do so much, and we say that, oh, my dear father, what did you do for me? Oh, mother, what did you do for me? So, because of that slavish mindset, it has come so much. Here in the Western country, hardly we see people like that. When they grow, when 15, 16, they start feeling that we should start earning for their pocket money. They go and they do part-time jobs on Sundays or the evenings or when free times and the holidays. Not only that, if they want to go and have a merrymaking, for example, somewhere they want to go with the picnic with their friends or the tour and all, they try to earn money and they accumulate, they plan and they go. They don't demand to their parents. Not all. Some people may be there. Here also, I don't say no. So it all depends on upbringing. But majority after 16 and 17, the children feel shame to ask for pocket money here, children. So independent growth, independent living, it has become very common in the Western society at this present. But whereas graduation over, post-graduation over, he or she didn't get a job, then they keep on demanding, they keep on scolding, they keep on abusing the parents in India many times. If not all, quite a few students or quite a few children. So that should not be the case. And afterwards, Swamiji tells, she's only sleeping. Arise and awake and see her seated here on an eternal throne, rejuvenated, more glorious than she ever was, this motherland of ours. So Swamiji is told very clearly, she is prophesying that our mother India, Mother India or Bharat Mata she has woke up, so no one can stop her, no one can stop her progress, and she will come out in the flying colors ever before, more than ever before. Swamiji is prophesying it. And today we can see, after Swamiji is telling in 100 years how much we have grown, and we have got freedom, and in the so much, in such a big country, how much we are growing, and today we have become very powerful countries, no doubt. And for that, we have to give our contribution in the whatever possible. And Swamiji also speaks about the concept of God also. How beautiful. We are not fanatic. We don't have a bigotry or etc. So our concept of God and concept of religion is very universal in nature. That's what he tells in the next, the whole para. And he tells, the Lord may bless us. He may bless us, may He help us, may He give strength unto us, energy unto us to carry this idea into practice. May that which we have listened to and studied to become food to us. May it become strength in us. May it become energy in us to help each other. May we, the teacher and the taught, not be jealous of each other. Peace, peace, peace in the name of God. So he's also invoking the blessings on all of us in the last few lines in the para. So now you see how Swamiji presented the India or our Dharma. So unfortunately, our textbooks won't give it. That's where we get a pessimistic view about our country and about our religion. Yeah, if you got any questions, I'll be happy to answer. And also there, if you see, Swamiji is telling mythology, our Indian mythology and all we speak and it's all nonsense or it is just imagination and all. But he says it may be mythology, but our mythology is the best mythology among all other mythologies. European mythology or Egypt or Babylonian or any other mythologies comparatively, our mythologies are better. Because we see kings and, even among gods and goddesses, they fight each other, they envy each other, they were jealous of each other. It's the stories we do here. So, yes, compared to the other mythological stories, biblical stories of other religions, ours is much rich and much better. That's what Swami is saying very clear. Okay, no doubts? No questions?
No, for this you explain it so well, so we are not having any question.
Okay, now you open your book, every one of you. Now Swamiji starts reply to the address at Ramnad, which we took the lecture, which we discussed, I mean, last three classes. Now, the longest night seems to be passing away. The beginning of a Swamiji's lecture is, the longest night seems to be passing away. That one para ends with the infinite giant is rising to her feet. That one para, read for yourselves. I will give 2-3 minutes or 5 minutes. Read yourself, and can you explain the gist in one sentence? Whatever you feel. Don't feel shy, don't feel fearful or whatever. Read the para and try to summarize in one sentence possibly, if not two sentences, of course. Yes, when you are ready, let me know. It's a simple thing. There's nothing this very philosophical or anything. Yeah.
Can the chapter be read out, Maharaj?
Sorry?
Can the chapter be read out or the article may be read out? Because I personally do not have the book with me here. So
No.
I also don't have the text with me here.
Better we should always have the text with us whenever you go to classes anywhere.
মহারাজ বাংলায় বলবো?
বলুন বলুন, কোনো অসুবিধা
হ্যাঁ,
নেই।
আমার মনে হচ্ছে যে স্বামীজি এখানে বলছেন যে আমাদের ভারত মাতা যেন তার বহুদিনের ঘুম থেকে ভেঙে জেগে উঠছেন এবং তার মধ্যে যেন নতুন প্রাণ সঞ্চার হচ্ছে।
Beautiful. Yes. Yes. Yeah. So India is rising or getting awakened or awakening, and no one can stop her. So this is called passive reading. Sorry, active reading. We read from from the first line to the last line. We keep on reading it, and we understand something. We get motivation, something, no doubt. But we should also, after reading one paragraph, you can close the book or close your eyes, and you should try to understand what did you understand from this one paragraph. What is the main theme, or what is the main idea? What is the main thing which can be taken from this one paragraph? Initially, you may not understand, or you may get complex, or you may get very, what do you say, difficult, or you will feel very shady, hazy, and all. Never mind. But keep trying with few lectures or few readings. You'll be able to understand. Then you might note down in your own way, in your pad or or in your mind also. But if you put it in writing, then it will become more better. So like this, if you read by paragraph by paragraph by paragraph, if you go on, keep on writing in 1 or 2 sentences, then your understanding will become better. Because sometimes I'm reading, some mind is here, other part of the mind is thinking some other problem, day-to-day life or incident, I met someone or some work or whatever. Then I thought I read it, but then when I close the book, when I start remembering, I'm not able to recall what I've read actually. So when you try to remember this again, so your reading become more active and more intense and more concentration. Then you can go with the second para also like this. Maybe if I can share the PDF copy, but maybe Chandrani can share the screen.
Yes, I have. I think I have.
We'll try to get it PDF copy so that others can read.
I have shared the PDF with others. Okay, so let me just check. I have it here in the laptop.
Yes, I have shared. Everyone can see.
Yes, you have to. Can you zoom it, Maharaj?
Or the fonts, I don't know whether it is too small.
No, you have to zoom that image.
Pranam, can you see the screen now?
Yes, I am able to see, but as you said, it's too small. And but anyhow, I'm trying to read it.
Maharaj, can you just zoom it, that image?
Yeah, I am trying, but I'm unable
No,
to.
but I suggest if it can be read. Maharaj, I am not in
Too
Noida.
difficult. See,
I'm not
by
in Noida.
reading, you may hear,
I'm
but
outside.
everyone will not feel comfortable.
No,
Excuse me.
this plus sign is there, no? So if you just
I am trying.
yes, yes,
Yeah, now you see.
yes, I think.
Yeah, I've tried maximum thing now. Hmm. Yeah, it's better to have the books when you're going for any class, particularly.
Maharaj, I'm out of station. I'm at Lucknow because President
Okay.
Maharaj is coming, so I'm at Lucknow here.
Oh, okay.
So in the second paragraph, he actually thanks Raja of Ramnad for his help,
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm.
he is talking about his glory, like.
Yes. So he thanked the Raja of Ramnad and he gave the credit to Raja of Ramnad. He said that he's the first person who told me, informed me, or who advised me or encouraged me to go to the West and speak of about our religion, that is Hinduism, Sanatana Dharma.
Mm.
Yeah, you are right. So like this, you can try to read and make your own notes, paragraph after paragraph, when you are reading, and when you are among yourselves, when you are discussing, when you say that you discuss, like that, if you can make out, then you'll be After, if you see, the whole big lecture have been read and made, if not 1 point, 2 points also you can make, 2 or 3 points also, never mind. When you make like that, when you read the whole lecture, there will be a structure. There will be complete understanding about lecture. Okay, in this lecture, what he has told. So, for example, 8 or 9 points I have made about this lecture. The whole lecture has been, can be, what you say, put in a 8 or 9 or maybe 10 points. Yeah, so this is called active reading. So you can make yourselves homework, and probably if you got any doubts, we can discuss in the next class. I mean, most of you will be able to understand now, I know. মানে বাংলাতেও পড়তে পারেন, ইংরেজিতে পড়তে পারেন, যেমন আপনাদের সুবিধা, আপনাদের ভাষাতে।
হ্যাঁ, মানে this lecture you have already explained, and and we have in our YouTube means recording. Actually, in the description, I have tried to put some pointers, that bullet points, that in that particular talk, what what points you have discussed. So few, like just like you are saying now. So that I have done for the previous 2 talks. 1-2 bullet points. So maybe from the next lecture, when we will read, we will try to read it in this way, that after every paragraph we will write that 1 line gist of that particular paragraph.
Yeah, 1 line, 2 line, whatever you feel. Yeah. It will help you to study more or understand better. That's all I'm interested.
Yes, yes.
And some other time, maybe after 1 or 2 lectures, I will show you to do one more. I mean, this is all class style. Whoever wants to go intensely and understand, there's called mind mapping. There's also a technique called mind mapping. In some other talk on Vedantism, Swamiji's talks, whenever read some big more philosophical, when we read, then probably I will show one that also. Then you'll be able to get a beautiful idea. Again, all these things are required to make us more understand, I mean, about Swamiji's teachings, or Thakur's teachings, or spiritual teachings, or whatever. That's where I said class mode. I mean, lecture mode, you don't go all these things.
One point, Maharaj, I found that Swamiji is telling religion should be the backbone of India.
Yeah. Yes. So when Swamiji says that India becomes the leader, teacher of the whole world, what does it mean? People interpret it in different ways. So Swamiji is telling very clearly, India is the foremost among nations in the field of spirituality. India will have to teach this spirituality. So when we say Bharat Vishwaguru Hoga, so kaise? I say. That doesn't mean that we should not be in technology, we should not be in medicine, we should not be in agriculture. Never mind. We can take all that, but this is our main thing. This is an important thing. In the 3rd paragraph, he's saying yes.
Yes, religion is the life of India.
Yeah, okay then. You're going like a tortoise. Oh my
But
God,
Maharaj, you have not asked questions from today's learning. You did not ask. I noted down so much that which chapter number, etc., etc. Everything I noted down. But you did not ask.
Okay.
I asked before going this active reading. What do you say? I asked any questions, doubts. Isn't it, Pranam?
No, you ask him question and he will answer.
Oh, okay. Oh, like that. Okay. You know, okay, you made a lot of homework, then I should ask.
Yes.
Mm. So, like, what is our duty according to Swamiji in this lecture?
Our duty is to inspire the nationhood that India is a country of religion, and our priority is the religion first. The religion based on the renunciation and detachment, and through the service. So
Mhm.
this lesson has to come get priority over the Western culture of the materialism. This is the message.
Mhm.
Protecting the dharma, as you said, that is the prime thing.
Ha,
Mm, mm,
the
mm.
clarion call. And
Yeah,
not only Brahmin, all the Indians should work for protecting the religion, dharma.
yes. And why Swami says that our country's backbone is religion or spirituality?
Because the Indians are born, and where it is the land where the God's name is uttered, and and through this the habit is formed by listening to God's name, and that is how the desires are formed by the noble thoughts are formed, and that's how the religion becomes the base. This is what I understood.
Yeah, that I mean that point I told from Bhagavata, no doubt. Yeah, but yeah, Swami tells very clearly because that is what our nation has been proven time and again. Like where earlier people were thinking about eating food and etc., our forefathers sat and started discussing the highest philosophy about the afterlife, about the consciousness, about the Atman or Brahman or whatever. And they spent three-fourths of the time of their life in the knowledge in the knowledge pursuits and the spiritual journey. That's why they are called as Rishis. And ours is a Rishi, what to say, the place of Rishi. Yeah, whatever you told also is true, no doubt. Yeah. That means I'm happy that all of you are listening the lecture or class intently.
Even if it is in the afternoon, but we are not sleeping.
Yeah, happy to know.
And this one is also one very important point, that there is will but no free will. That
Hmm.
Thakur's Goru Khute Bada ache, like that. That our
No, that is with actually hard work. I mean, what do you say? Yeah, villains will we can say that there also, but there I take what do you say?
no, that framework, that is that is the radius,
Yes,
maximum radius within which
yes,
we can work, but we have to
yes,
try to reach to that extreme, to the
yes.
boundary, but that boundary is fixed by our previous karma and sanskar and everything.
Mm, you are right.
আরো একটা কথা মহারাজ আমি বলতে চাই, যে ঠাকুর
Mm,
যে বলেছিলেন যত মত তত পথ, মানে সব
mm,
পথ দিয়েই তাকে পাওয়া যাবে, এই মতটা একমাত্র ভারতেই, একমাত্র আমরা হিন্দুরাই এইটা বলি, যে যে পথ দিয়েই যাও, জল, ওয়াটার, পানি সবই আমাদের সেই এক পথেই নিয়ে যাবে।
mm.
কিন্তু অন্য
That
সব
is true.
দেশের লোকেরা নিজেদের মধ্যে লড়াই করে যে আমার ঈশ্বর বড়, তোমার ঈশ্বর ছোট।
Yeah,
এটা আমরা করি
but
না।
wait, by telling this, yes, no doubt. এই
হুম।
সময় কিন্তু আমরা এটা মানতে হবে, এটা আলোচনা করতে হবে, কিন্তু আমাদের ধর্ম আর আমাদের সংস্কৃতি আমরা ছাড়তে না। আমরা সবাইকে মানবো নিশ্চয়ই, সবাইকে ভালোবাসি আমরা, কিন্তু আমার ধর্ম আমার সংস্কৃতি ও মানে ছাড়বো না। আর যদি এরকম কিছু অসুবিধা যারা করলে আমরা ওকে শিখাই মানে লেসন শিখাই বলে আমরা মানে নিতে হবে।
Fanaticism should be avoided.
Yes,
We have
at the
to
same time we should be ready to protect our religion and country also.
One more thing I've noted, Maharaj, where you said that every Indian should grow according to their own swadharma.
yes.
Like the example you have given about the mango tree and the coconut tree. I like that point. So should we go according to our own capability or stop comparing with others?
No, we should never. I mean, compare you can do for the progression, for the development. Oh, you see
Okay.
how she is working. For example, I think what Kaur, her name I forgot. Kaur, Mrs. Kaur, she's 101 years.
Mhm.
And she, what do you say, swam in -4 or -20 degree in the, I think, some Australia or somewhere, or in the Europe, some part of the country. And in the, what do you say, running race or in the water, swimming, she won the medal. And for her, who was her teacher? Her own son, who was 70 years old. Now, there's a quite inspiring. Then, does it mean that should I also go for swimming? Should I also go and swim in that? Should I practice swimming and should I go and swim in that cold area? And should I also bring a medal? No. So, we should take that as an inspiration and we should develop in our own field. Now, for an example, you are in the teaching field, someone is in the film field, someone is in the management field, someone is in the architect field. So, whichever field I am taken, so let me do the best. Let me do some achievements in that particular field. That's how I have to take the inspiration and motivation and I have to grow.
Okay, Maharaj. Thank you.
Means we should keep the open mind, but do not leave our swadharma.
Leave
We get
Swadharma and don't
motivated,
imitate
but
others.
yeah.
Don't imitate others. Follow others. Take the inspiration.
Take the positive things from that side and
Means
take the engineering excellence from Germany and follow with spirituality back here by realizing self.
Mm.
Maharaj, I have a request. Whenever you find time, some 5 minutes or so, I really want you to repeat. You have explained, I think, twice or thrice, but still I want, like, whatever I'm saying, it's a it's a it's a it's a reflection of my mind's thinking. That is how Vedanta says that. At least I understand that way. That whatever I'm saying. So it's my this thing. But how? Like earlier also I asked this question because I have not seen aeroplane when I actually took birth. But the thing is, I started seeing aeroplane. Then who imagined it for me? Or like this, I have been thinking and not getting the solution again and again. So this,
No, sorry, I didn't get
if you
your
do not
question.
mind, sometime whenever you're free, may can please
What is
explain.
your question, you said?
Excuse me.
What is your question?
My question is that I am thinking this. I had told you also that somewhere in the space, the space aircraft and all this. I have no idea whatsoever about the space aircraft, but today I'm able to see. But in as per Vedanta, whatever I see is my mind's reflection. So I have not imagined aircraft. It has all of a sudden appeared before me. How did it appear before me, an aircraft or the space aircraft, which I have never imagined in my lifetime? This is my question.
You need to imagine all the time because there is a fact. You need to imagine to see an aircraft because aircraft, someone has imagined and aircraft is passing through you and you are able to experience it.
in your
So
previous
whatever thing
life,
I
you have
see,
seen. Previous life,
no,
probably.
whatever thing you see, everything need not to be imagined by yourself. Why should you do that? Someone has imagined and someone has produced that and you are perceiving it. Now, if you say that, I never thought, and say suddenly you got a desire, that intense desire that I want to be an astronaut. Okay. Now you never thought about it, you never heard about it much. Somewhere you saw a small video or you were reading while reading an article. Somewhere you got a one point and suddenly you started desiring that I want to become an astronaut. Seriously, you are thinking at this time, at this given point. How did it come? Yeah. Then we can say that probably you have thought over in your previous life. So when you got an intense desire to do something, to become something, that is what based on your thinking or samskaras, either accumulated in the present life or in the past life. Now you are seeing something. That doesn't mean that you have to think all the time. Some might have thought and they have created, and it is available for all of us. Now, for an example, you go to mall and you see a lift, or you for example in the airports and all you go, there is a like a ramp like a lift even available. So do you think that you should think about it? No, someone has started it, someone has created it, and which has been produced for you, for your senses, because you are there and you are able to see, you are able to perceive. It doesn't mean that you have to think anything and everything.
Maharaj, I have a question, but actually I thought of asking you this. Means বাংলায় বলছি। ঠাকুরকে বললে মানে ঠাকুরের কথা বললেই আমরা ঠাকুরের এই চেহারা, এই ছবি, এটাই আমরা মনে করি, ঠিক আছে? মানে শ্রীরামকৃষ্ণ বলতে আমাদের ওই শ্রীরামকৃষ্ণের যে ছবি আমরা দেখি, সেই চেহারা, সেই যে ডেসক্রিপশান পড়ি, সেইটাই আমরা মনে করি ঠাকুর মানে, শ্রীরামকৃষ্ণ মানে ইনি। হ্যাঁ, কিন্তু এই যে আপনি আগের দিন বলেছেন, বা এই যে আমরা বলি যে পরব্রহ্ম পরাশক্তি জগৎ রূপ রামকৃষ্ণ অবতার, যে তিনিই যে পরব্রহ্ম, তিনিই যে পরাশক্তি, তিনিই যে জগৎ রূপ, এইটা কিভাবে আমরা রিয়েলাইজ করতে পারি? কারণ আমার ছোট বুদ্ধিতে আমি ঠাকুরকে ওই ছবির বাইরে ভাবতে পারছি না। তো কি করলে আমি সেটা ভাবতে পারবো? মানে কিভাবে?
দরকার নেই। এখন আপনি এটা ভালোবাসেন ঠাকুরকে, এই মুহূর্তে ঠাকুরকে এই ফর্মে, এই যে রূপ, চিন্ময় রূপ আমরা পেয়েছি, ঠাকুরের চিন্ময় রূপ আমরা পেয়েছি, যে যোগী মানুষ, আর এটা অনেক কিছু বিজ্ঞান মহারাজ বলেছেন, ঠাকুর নিজে বলেছেন, অনেকরা বড়রা বলেছে, এটা চিন্ময় রূপ। আর মানে ধার্মিক ইতিহাসে একটা অবতার পুরুষের অথেন্টিক ছবি এখনো কোন ধর্মে আমরা পাইনি। প্রবাদীর হোক না অবতার পুরুষের হোক, ভগবানের হোক, কিন্তু প্রথমবার একটা অবতার পুরুষের একটা অথেন্টিক ছবি পেয়েছি আমরা, ওটা ধন্য। সো আপনি এটা ভালোবাসেন, এটাই নিয়ে আপনি থাকুন, কোন অসুবিধা নেই। যখন আপনি এগিয়ে যান, সো আপনি নিজে নিজে বুঝতে পারবেন কেন এটা হয়, কেন। মানে সবসময় বলে থাকি, এটা আমাদের মনের নাম আর রূপের ছাড়া আমরা আলোচনা করতে পারবো না। এটা আমাদের স্ট্রেংথ আর আমার লিমিটেশন আছে। সো এখন ঠাকুর বললে কি, একটা অবতার পুরুষ, হ্যাঁ, পরব্রহ্ম, যিনি ব্রহ্ম, তিনি শক্তি, তিনি সব আমরা তো বুঝতে পারি নিশ্চয়ই, কিন্তু এই মুহূর্তে আমাদেরকে কি মানে আন্ডারস্ট্যান্ডিং কি আছে ঠাকুরের প্রতি? ঠাকুর প্রতি এটা ভগবান, ঠিক আছে। ঠাকুর যদি বললে আমরা কি ভাবি, ঠাকুর মানে যে এটা বসে আছেন, হ্যাঁ, সুখাসনে এটা বসে আছেন, এটা যে এটা চিন্ময় রূপ আছে, এটাই আমাদের কাছে আসে। হ্যাঁ, একটা ঠিক বটে, কিন্তু ঠাকুর মানে কালি, ইউ কান্ট লিমিট হিম ইন জাস্ট ইন দ্যাট মিয়ার বডি। যখন আপনি পরব্রহ্ম বলেন, সো পরব্রহ্ম ইজ ম্যানিফেস্টেড ইন দ্যাট বডি, নো ডাউট, which is that's why it is very sacred, but you can't limit there. परब्रह्म और जे रामकृष्ण और ऊपर अनेक ऊपर आज. So he is the energy, he is the energy of everything, he is the source of energy of everything, electric energy or whatever you say that. So he is the source of energy of everything, or he is the conscious of everything, he is the source of every consciousness. I am feeling conscious, you are feeling conscious, Niranjana is feeling conscious, Anjana is feeling conscious, Pranam is feeling conscious, Soma is feeling conscious, Indrani is feeling conscious. Who is that conscious? Who is the source of that conscious? Sri Ramakrishna is that source of consciousness. So that's why Sri Ramakrishna is there everywhere, because he's the source.
হ্যাঁ, কিন্তু সেটাই তো, সেই জিনিসটাই তো রিয়েলাইজ করতে পারি না যে হি ইজ এভরিওয়্যার।
এখন হবে না এটা,
হ্যাঁ,
হবে না এটা।
কারণ আমরা কথামৃত প্রসঙ্গ পড়ছিলাম কাল, ওখানেও যে ঠাকুরই বলেছেন না, ওই মারোয়ারিদের বাড়িতে গিয়ে, যে সেই রামই তো সব হয়েছেন। তো রামকে আমরা দশরথের বেটা রাম বলেই জানি, দশরথ পুত্র। হ্যাঁ, তো আমাদের লিমিটেড নলেজে যেটা মারোয়ারি ভক্তরাও তাকে সেটাই জানতেন, সেই জন্য তারা বলেন আমরা তো সবাইকে সব জায়গায় রামকে দেখতে পাচ্ছি না। তো কিন্তু ঠাকুর তো ওই পরব্রহ্ম সেন্সেই হয়তো এই কথাটা বলেছেন। তো তাহলে আমাদের মানে এইটা তো, এটা কি উইথ টাইম আমরা বুঝতে পারবো?
হ্যাঁ, নিশ্চয়। যখন সাধনাতে আমরা এগিয়ে যাই, একটু বেশি চিত্তশুদ্ধি আসে, ব্যক্তি পড়াশোনা করি আর আলোচনা করি আর ঠাকুরের কৃপা হয়, ওই সময় আমরা বুঝি এটা। এই মুহূর্তে আমরা ঠাকুর মানে কি, এটা যে ঠাকুর পরমহংস আর শারদেশ আর যে এটা আমাদের চিন্ময় মূর্তি আছে, এর মধ্যে আমরা ঠাকুরকে ভাবি। হ্যাঁ, এটাই থাক, এই মুহূর্তে এটাই থাক। এটা ধরে আপনি স্টার্ট করবেন, যখন আপনি এগিয়ে যাবেন, ও আপনি নিজে নিজে বুঝতে পারবেন। কিন্তু যদি না বুঝলেই তো কোনো অসুবিধা নেই, ঠিক আছে। এখন শ্রদ্ধা আছে, ঠাকুর আমার ঠাকুর, আমাকে দেখেন, আমাকে সবসময় আমি ওকে ধরে আছি, ওটা তাকে হয়ে যাবে, বাস ওটা ধরে থাকুন। সে আমি বললাম বোধহয় না ও গল্প, প্রভু মহারাজকে 1970s 80s এর মধ্যে একজন চিঠি দিয়েছিলেন। ওর মানে এটা পুরো মানে জিস্ট বলছি, এটা প্রভু মহারাজকে একটা চিঠি দিয়েছেন, এটা আমেরিকা, ওখানকার জন্ম খ্রিস্টান যে। ও বলেছে চিঠির মধ্যে, স্বামীজি আমি ছোট থেকে অনেক চেষ্টা করলাম মানে একটা পথ নিয়ে যাওয়ার জন্য। So my soul was মানে soul মানে mind actually. Soul was seeking for the light guidance. একটা গাইডেন্স এর জন্য একটা মানে কিছু একটা লাইট, and this is a western way of styling, so we were seeking for light, we were seeking for guidance. ও কিন্তু আমি অনেক পড়াশোনা করিনি, সো আমি অনেক ফিলসফি তত্ত্বগুলো, ইজমগুলো, স্কুল অফ ফিলসফি গুলো আমি তো কিছু জানি না, আপনাদের মতো আমরা পড়িনি। কিন্তু যতটা আমি বুঝলাম, যতটা আমি শুনলাম বিভিন্ন পথগুলো, আমি একটু ওর মধ্যে বিভিন্ন পথগুলো আমি এক্সপেরিমেন্ট গুলো করলাম, চেষ্টা করলাম এর পথের মধ্যে যদি গেলে আমি ভালো হতে পারি, আমাকে যে আমার মন চাইছে ওটা পেতে পারি বলে এটা করলাম। এরকম এর মধ্যে ঠাকুরের কৃপাতে ঠাকুর নিজে আমার জীবনে এলেন। যখন ঠাকুর এলেন আমার মন এটা নিশ্চয় হয়ে গেল, হ্যাঁ এটাই আমি চাইছিলাম। সো এখন ঠাকুরকে ধরেছি, কিন্তু আমাকে খালি দুটো জিনিস জানি, আপনাদের মতো অনেক কিছু বেশি জানি না। কি এটা? খালি দুটো জিনিস জানি। কি দুটো জিনিস? এটা খুব ভালো, খুব আপনাদের সব মানে আমার যখন আমি পড়লাম অত ভালো লাগলো আমাকে। দিস ইজ দ্য এসেন্স অফ আওয়ার স্পিরিচুয়াল লাইফ, অল অফ আওয়ার স্ট্রাগলস, এটাই বলে। এটা ও বলছেন এটা আমি জানি আমি ঠাকুরকে ভালোবাসি, আই লাভ শ্রী রামকৃষ্ণ। আমরা অনেকরা বলি এটা, হ্যাঁ যতটা পারি, পুরোটা বলে তো যতটা পারি যথাশক্তি যথাসাধ্য আমরা করি, এটা বলি আমরা। কিন্তু দ্বিতীয়, উইথ ফুল অফ অফার্মেশন এন্ড কনফার্মেশন শ্রদ্ধা ও বলছে কিন্তু আমি ঠাকুরকে ভালোবাসি, ঠাকুরকে প্রেম করি, আর ঠাকুর আমাকে প্রেম করে, এই দুটোই আমি জানি, ওটা ছাড়া কিছু জানি। See what a beautiful understanding. I know that I love Ramakrishna and Ramakrishna loves me. So this is what Sharanagati, this is what that love, true love. Sri Ramakrishna loves me means what? Sri Ramakrishna protects me. Sri Ramakrishna takes care of me. When I am in the shelter of Sri Ramakrishna, in the hands of Sri Ramakrishna, or in the lap of Sri Ramakrishna, then what to suffer, what to endure, what to ask, what to demand, and why to bother? এটাই আমরা করতে হবে। So all of our sadhana, from bhakti point of view, if you ask me, all our sadhana is what? To making ourselves to become fit instrument to receive His grace. যে মা বলেছেন ওটা মালে মারুতের মতো, ওর কৃপা তো আছে, এখনো আছে, কিন্তু আমরা পাচ্ছি না। মানে যতটা একটু একটু পেয়েছি নিশ্চয়, পুরোটা পাচ্ছি না কেন? আমরা এখনো এটা অধিকারী হই। আমার সাধনা জপ করুন, ধ্যান করুন, এগুলো শাস্ত্র পাঠ করুন, সৎসঙ্গ করেন, প্রার্থনা করবেন, এসব করতে 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 মন চিত্তশুদ্ধি হবে, আর আমার কাঁচা আমি তাকে পাকা আমি করব। পরে কি হবে? উই বিকাম দ্য ফিটেস্ট ইনস্ট্রুমেন্ট টু রিসিভ হিজ গ্রেস। যখন ওর গ্রেসের নামার জন্য যখন আমরা ফিট হয়ে গেলে, ওর গ্রেস আসবে, সব হয়ে যাবে। না বলে জ্ঞান পয়েন্ট অফ ভিউ, সাধন চতুর্থ সম্পন্নতা নাই, সাধন চতুর্থ সম্পন্ন যখন হবে, ও সময় যখন আমরা শাস্ত্র পাঠগুলো করেছি, শুনেছি, ওটা আমাদের অনুভবের মধ্যে হয়ে যায়। সে ভক্তি পয়েন্ট অফ ভিউ একটা আছে, জ্ঞান পয়েন্ট অফ ভিউ, দুটোই একই, মানে বিভিন্ন অ্যাঙ্গেলে বিভিন্ন টার্মস বি ইউজ করি, বাস। So all is what Nana point of view are trying to remove the ignorance, and from Bhakti point of view, removing the ego and become the fittest instrument in thy hands. Bas. ঠিক আছে, আমি কিছু জানি না, আমি ঠাকুর, এটা আমি আমার ঠাকুর জানি, আমি এটা ঠাকুর একটা ভগবান, আর ঠাকুর আমার বাবা, আর ঠাকুর আমার গুরু, আমার বন্ধু, বাস এটাই আমি জানি। আর ঠাকুরের চিন্ময় মূর্তি ছাড়া আর কিছু আমি বেশি বুঝতে পারছি না। ঠিক আছে, দরকার নেই, ওটাই ধরে থাকুন, ঠাকুরকে ভালোবাসে, বাস হয়ে গেল। ঠাকুরের নাম তো দিয়েছেন গুরু, ওটা তো ঠাকুরের থেকে এসছে, সো আর কিছু দরকার নেই। ওটা পুরোটা ঠাকুরের তত্ত্ব যে আছে, মানে অবতার তত্ত্ব, এসব ওর মধ্যে আছে। এই ঠাকুরের নাম আর ঠাকুরের মন্ত্রের মধ্যে সব আছে। ওটা তো পেয়েছি আমরা ঠাকুরের কৃপাতে, ওটা ধরে ভালো যতটা পারি ওটা জপ করতে থাকতে হবে। And nowadays I feel very strongly this one, take one path very strongly in your life. Every one of us we have to, হ্যাঁ জ্ঞান যোগ করি আমরা, মানে শাস্ত্র পাঠ করি, আলোচনা করি, চর্চা করি, এসব করি, হ্যাঁ একটা। আর কর্মযোগ যতটা হয় একটু সেবা, মানে বিভিন্ন ভাবে আমরা আসামে গিয়ে যেতে করতে পারি, না হলে বিভিন্ন জায়গাতে করতে পারি আমাদের মতো। না কেউ গরিব লোক আছে ওদেরকে একটু সহায় করলাম, না অন্যদেরকে একটু প্রার্থনা করলাম, যে হোক যেভাবে আমরা একটু কর্মযোগ করছি আর একটু ভক্তি যোগ করছি, যে বিভিন্ন যোগগুলো সব করতে পারি। কিন্তু আস্তে আস্তে আমাদের মধ্যে, আমাদের জীবনের মধ্যে একটা যোগ, একটা স্ট্রং হতে হবে। ধ্যান যোগ হোক, ভক্তি যোগ হোক, সেবা যোগ হোক, যখন একটা যোগ স্ট্রং হতে, ওর মধ্যে একটা সাধনা পদ্ধতি স্ট্রং হতে। যদি আমি আপনারা বলেন মহারাজ আমাদের জন্য ভক্তি যোগ মানে সুবিধে আর ভালো, ঠিক আছে, ভক্তি যোগ তো অনেক আছে। প্রার্থনা একটা, প্রার্থনা মানে একবার দুবার আমরা করি প্রত্যেক সকালে বিকালে, আর এটা নেই, এটা ইন্টেন্সিফাই হতে হবে। প্রার্থনা হোক, জপ হোক, ধ্যান হোক, পারায়ণ হোক, যে কোনো একটা নিয়ে আমরা একটা ভিতরে যেতে হবে। তো আমরা আমরা যেগুলো অনেক কিছু বুঝতে পারি না, আমরা ঠিক আছে জপ করি, আমরা জপ করতে ভালোবাসি, জপে আমি নিয়ে না, হ্যাঁ। সো সকালে বিকালে 1 ঘন্টা 2 ঘন্টা আর আধা ঘন্টা যতটা হয় আপনারা করতে পারছেন করুন, কিন্তু যখন হবে সব সময় জপ করতে থাকুন। So you have to take one path and intensify it as much as possible. That is the only way to go spiritually advanced. We take every path as a support. We will take every path as support and we will practice everything. But one path should be strong in your life, by which you will be able to reach the God. Problems may come, difficulties may come, challenges may come, but you will be able to cross over. So এটা আপনারা আলোচনা করতে হবে যে যোগ আমাদের ঠিক হবে, ভালো হবে আর ভালো লাগছে আমাকে, মোটামুটি আমার শব্দ ভালো লাগছে কিন্তু কিছু হচ্ছে না, কিছু হচ্ছে না বললে হবে না। হ্যাঁ, তো দরকার থাকলে তো চেষ্টা করতে হবে। যেমন আমাদের চাকরি করার সময় অনেক সময় অনেক অসুবিধা হয়, রান্না করার সময় অনেক অসুবিধা হয়, আর জীবন করার সময় মানে বাড়ি করার সময় তো অনেক অসুবিধা হয়, কিন্তু এটা আমরা ছেড়ে দেয় না কেন? এটা জীবন তো চলতে হবে, করতে হবে, যতটা পারি আমরা করতে থাকি। এরকমই আমাদের আধ্যাত্মিক জীবনে করতে হবে। হ্যাঁ মহারাজ আমি কিছু ডিসাইড করতে পারছি না, ঠিক আছে ঠাকুরকে প্রার্থনা করুন, আমি যে যোগ আমাদের সুবিধা হবে, ভালো হবে আমার জন্য, আমাকে দয়া করে বুঝাবেন, ঠাকুরকে প্রার্থনা করবেন। না হলে এই সময় আমাকে জ্ঞান যোগ ভালো লাগছে, ঠিক আছে করতে থাকুন। কিছু দিনের মধ্যে ভক্তি যোগ ভালো লাগলো, এটাই ইম্পর্টেন্ট ভালো লাগলো, ঠিক আছে ওটা করতে থাকুন। কিছু দিনের মধ্যে না না সেবা যোগ ভালো, এই দুটো কমপ্লিমেন্টারি থাকুক, কর্মযোগ আর সেবা যোগ ভালো, এটাই ভালো, এটাই ভালো লাগছে, এটাই করব, ঠিক আছে। আরে মাইন্ড আসিলেশন হচ্ছে এক একটা পথের মধ্যে। হ্যাঁ প্রথম দিকে এরকমই হয়, হতে হতে আমাদের একটু সাধনা করে একটু চিত্তশুদ্ধি ও স্পিরিচুয়াল ম্যাচুরিটি যখন আসবে, আমরা বুঝতে পারি এর মধ্যে একটা যোগ আমার জন্য ভালো হবে, আমার নেচার, যে নেচার আছে নেচার জন্য যে এই যোগ আমার ভালো হবে। সো এটা আমাদের ইম্পর্টেন্ট থাকবে, মেইন স্ট্রিম থাকে, অন্য এগুলো কমপ্লিমেন্টারি থাকে। সো এটা আমরা একটু আলোচনা করতে হবে, চিন্তা করতে হবে, যদি বুঝতে পারলে ভালো, না বুঝতে পারলে ঠাকুরকে প্রার্থনা করুন, আপনাদের গুরুদেবকে জিজ্ঞাসা করুন, আর অন্যদেরকে জিজ্ঞাসা করে আপনাদের একটা নিয়ে চলতে থাকুন, হয়ে যাবে। আজকে হলে না হলে, আজকে না হলে কালকে হবে, কালকে না হলে তো পরশু তো হবে। না না এখনই দরকার, ঠিক আছে এখনই দরকার থাকলে এরকম আপনারা মানে কাজ করতে হবে। I want today only to see God. Yes, do. As Sri Ramakrishna said, 3 days, morning and evening, the whole day, 3 days, just cry for God. Sri Ramakrishna will appear because he has said. So ও তো মিথ্যা কথা কখনো বলে না তো। আর ঠাকুরের জীবনে তো এটা দেখেছি আমরা, ঠাকুরের শরীর ছেড়ে গেছিল একজন সাধু, ও তো অযোধ্যাতে ছিলেন, অযোধ্যাতে ছিলেন, ও রামের দর্শন হলো বোধহয়, ঠাকুর দর্শন হলো, রামের দর্শন হলো এখন মনে নেই, কিন্তু দর্শন হলো, বললো আমি ঠাকুরের রূপে আমি এখন জন্ম নিয়েছি বলে। সো মানে শ্রীরাম রামকৃষ্ণের রূপে এসছে বলে ওর দর্শন হয়েছে, একটা স্বপ্ন দর্শন। সো ও অযোধ্যা থেকে হেঁটে হেঁটে দক্ষিণেশ্বরে এলো। যখন দক্ষিণেশ্বর এলো, রামলালকে দেখলো, রামলালকে ও বললো দেখো আমি আমার আমার ইষ্টমূর্তি এখন নতুন রূপে এসছে, অবতারের রূপে এসছে শুনলাম, সেই জন্য ওকে দেখতে এলাম। ওকে এটা রামকৃষ্ণ রাম। ও তুমি তো কত দুর্ভাগ্য, আর যে হোক, তো তুমি তো কিছুদিন আগে এলে, তো তুমি তো ঠাকুরকে নিজে জীবরূপে মানে শরীর রূপে দেহধারিতে দেখতে পারতেন, কিন্তু কিছুদিনের আগে ঠাকুর শরীর ছেড়ে দিলেন, আপনি দেখতে পারবেন, ক্ষমা করো, কিছু করার নাই স্যার। ও কাঁদছিল, কত দূর থেকে হেঁটে হেঁটে এসছে আর ঠাকুরকে দেখতে, এখন ঠাকুর শরীর চলে গেল, মানে অবতারের শরীরধারী দেহরূপধারীতে দেখতে পাচ্ছে না বলে ও খুব অসুবিধা লাগলো, ও কাঁদতে লাগলো। তো রামলাল দাদা বললো, কি করা যায় সব, মানে চলে যেতে হবে, ঠাকুর চলে গেলেন, আমি চলে যেতে হবে, তুমি চলে যেতে হবে, সবাই মরতে হবে, কিছু করার নেই, ঠিক আছে এসছো, একটু গঙ্গা গিয়ে একটু পরিষ্কার করে এসো, আমি একটু প্রসাদ দিব, এসো, আমি কিছু বললো, ও কিছু শুনছে না, কিন্তু ও কাঁদছে, ও কাঁদছে কাঁদছে কাঁদছে। কিছু সময় পরে পরে রামলাল এলো, রামলাল কিছু খাওয়া দাওয়া নিয়ে এসে খাও বলে, ও তো খুব খেপে গেল, সালা তুমি আমাকে এটা খাও 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 বলছো, আমি খেতে এসছে নাকি এখানে, চলে যাও তুমি। ঠিক আছে রামলাল বলো, তুমি ঠিক আছে, ঠাকুর পাগলা ছিল, তুমি তো পাগলা, ঠিক আছে চা, এটা বলে ও চলে গেল, তোমার মতো থাকো বাবা, আমার দরকার নেই বলে ও চলে গেল। এরকম 2-3 ও কাঁদছে, কেন, ঠাকুরকে আমি দেখতে পারিনি, আমার ইষ্টদেবকে দেহ রূপেতে, অত মানে এটা ইউনিক। হ্যাঁ মানে রামকে দেখতে পারি আমরা দর্শনে, এটা যে হোক, এটা দেহ রূপতে আমরা দেখতে পারিনি, ফলে ও কাঁদছে কাঁদছে 3 দিন এরকম কেঁদেছে, আর ঠাকুরের দর্শন হয়ে গেছে। ও 3 দিনের পরে ও এসছে রামলালকে, আচ্ছা আমি খিদে পেয়েছি, একটু খাওয়া দাওয়া দাও। সালা তুমি একটু ওদিন দিতে এলাম, তুমি আমাকে বকলি ভালো করে, এখন তুমি জিজ্ঞাসা করছো কেন, কি হলো তোমার, তোমার ঠাকুর দর্শন কেলা, কি হলো? না, ঠাকুর আমাকে দর্শন দিলেন, যেভাবে আমি দেখতে চাইলাম ও দর্শন দিয়েছে আমাকে, সব আমি যে কারণের জন্য আমি এলাম, আমার একটা সিদ্ধি পেয়েছি, আমি পেয়েছি এটা, সেই জন্য এখন খিদে পেয়েছি, একটু খাওয়া দাওয়া দাও। আমরা বললো ঠিক আছে। তো ও গিয়ে একটু মানে গঙ্গাতে গিয়ে একটু মানে ফেস ওয়াশ এসব করে এলো, আর খাওয়া দাওয়া প্রসাদ নিয়ে চলে গেল। দেখুন ঠাকুর বলেছেন কলিযুগে 3 দিন সকাল বিকাল পুরো দিন, সকাল থেকে রাত পর্যন্ত যদি ভগবানের জন্য কান্দে থাকলে তো আপনার পাওয়া যায়। তো ঠাকুর বলেছিলেন, তো দেখো সাধুর জীবনে ওটা হয়েছে। So it is the easiest path. 3 days morning tuning, 24 hours, keep crying for Thakur and he will come. If you want, yes, it is the easiest path. 3 days, instantly, in 3 days you can see Sri Ramakrishna. 3 দিনের মধ্যে ঠাকুরকে দেখতে পারেন, মাকে দেখতে পারেন, স্বামীজিকে দেখতে পারেন। সো ঠাকুর বলে দিয়েছেন, বাস করুন।
Maharaj, I have a suggestion. Why didn't you call us, this group, to Ireland for a spiritual retreat, and
Yes,
we will all be with you for 7-10 days, and
and we'll practice crying.
not practice crying. We will try to do our intense meditation or prayer or whatever it is, whatever suits one. We will do under your guidance directly there, and we will come there. It will be a good this thing, like a tour come, pilgrimage come, self improvement. All the three things can be achieved through that.
Yes, yes, come, no problem. But we don't have guest house. Unfortunately, we
No,
have to
no,
stay in the hotel.
we don't
We
need
can
guest
provide you
house.
for
Stay on our own. So, but the thing is, your time has to be there. No, precious
yes,
is the
we'll
your
give
time.
weekdays. I am free, comparatively, but we'll keep it 1 or 2 days. Weekends are a bit difficult.
One
Yeah,
or two
but
days.
still,
No, Maharaj, 1 or 2 days is not sufficient. So, so that is
one
what
week. Okay. Come,
I
one
would
week we'll do. Okay.
request Mrs. Chandrani Basu to negotiate with you for the time. Then we will fix up.
I
Yeah.
am not getting time to visit Khar Ashram. So Ireland
Mm.
is
No, I also told very confidently why I know that people cannot come here. I know that.
No, Maharaj. If you call, I will come. At least I can give you
so
this.
you have, if you have
True,
time and
true.
you
I can lead also. If you allow me, I can lead also, and I can assemble people for this.
Yes,
But
yes, yes,
Maharaj, time has to be guaranteed. That is the first
yes. Come,
element we need.
March I can plan something. March I can plan something. Second
March,
week.
but we will not get visa. Anyhow, let's see.
Mm.
Oh, oh.
মহারাজ নেক্সট ডে তাহলে কবে হবে?
Hmm. Next. Okay, okay.
আর নেক্সট ডে কি আমরা নেক্সট লেকচারটা পড়ব?
এটা শেষ করে দেবো, করে দেবো একটা লেকচার from Colombo to Almora.
শেষ হবে 5, We are at the on fifth lecture only.
How many lectures are there?
I don't know. Thirty only.
Hmm. It will take few years.
Yes,
Now,
no problem.
so yeah, after 15 days,
Mm, no,
that is
that
19th.
no, 19th actually. Probably I will be visiting Kolkata. So
Okay.
19th is 26th. Do you have time?
No, Shivratri you cannot have.
Oh, oh. Alright. Mm,
Okay, then you finish next week, 12th.
okay. 12th. Okay, Maharaj. 12th.
Hmm.
Thank you, Maharaj.
Yeah.
প্রণাম মহারাজ।
Pranam Maharaj.
Pranam.
Ram Krishna.
Maharaj.